Hey, what's up guys? This is Paul here, and today what I want to talk to you guys about is something that's serious and something that's really close to my heart that I just felt like God was putting in my heart for me to tell everybody here, because I believe that this could possibly touch someone's life, or maybe motivate a parent to do something with their kid, or just maybe it can inspire many. And that's what I want to talk to you guys today about, is my testimony. So for the people who don't really know me, I'm originally from a town called Secaucus, New Jersey, and it's really close near the border between New Jersey and New York City. And when I say New York City, I mean like Manhattan. There's the Empire State Building, Times Square, and I grew up in a town in New Jersey that's very close to that. There were some times where I wish I moved away. You know, there's always those kids that talk about, oh man, I just can't wait to get out of here. But for some reason, for the majority of my time in New Jersey, I really enjoyed it. I had friends, I had a good community. I didn't grow up in a bad home. My parents were there. I had my sister there. My grandma would come over all the time to take care of us while my mom and dad were at work, and it was just really fun. I would have friends come over the house. There was a time where we would bring mattresses, bring it down to the stairs, these mattresses, and glide down the stairs with mattresses. It was just really fun. But you know, I guess you can say good things sometimes come to an end. So when I was around 14 years old, I was a freshman in high school, and I wasn't really thinking about it too much, and just moving up with my friends, gonna have fun. It's finally high school, we're growing up, we're gonna be upperclassmen. That's just how we saw it. One day I was hanging out with some people, and I got asked to do something, and which was smoke. And it was the first time I was ever in that situation where I had to smoke weed or a drug. And I was only 14 at the time, and I didn't really know, but of course I wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to connect with the people that was around me, so I just went ahead and I just did it. And from there on, I just liked it. And from that moment when I first did it, I just said, wow, like this is cool, I feel cool. And so the more I did, the more I felt better about it. And next thing you know it, I find myself doing it every single day, just smoking every single day with my friends, just blowing money, asking my parents for money, and using that money to go and buy some weed and to just start smoking. You know, doing that, it was fun at the time, but as I got older and things started to change in my life, I started really to notice that things around me were changing. A lot of people were changing. A lot of the friends that I had were starting to act a little bit different with me, and I just didn't know what to do but to just continue what I was doing, just smoke, go to school, play sports, whether it was baseball or soccer, just go and play something. And I just come home and do it some more, and I just thought for most of the time that was just a normal thing for me, just doing that every single day, even sometimes like 3 or 4 times a day, where I would go and I would smoke some weed or something like that. So around the age of 16, my parents had decided that they wanted to go visit my family that lived in Hickory, North Carolina, and at first I didn't mind going. I thought it was cool. It was a good vacation. It was a good time to get out of my town and just take a break from what I was doing and seeing all these people. And I was actually able to go and talk to some family and see some family, and it was a really good time coming to North Carolina. So when I had come down, my family runs a church called iChurch, and it's in Hickory, North Carolina. And so I finally got to go, and I went with my parents, and we sat in the second row behind my uncle, who was the pastor of the church. And I just sat there, and I didn't really think too much. I wasn't really into it. All my life I've never really cared about God or cared about church, or really basically almost didn't really believe until really later in my life. And I just remember sitting there and just listening to what pastor was saying, and he was just talking about so much stuff that related to my life that was going on at the moment, that it was just, even when I tried not to listen, it was so hard not to, because everything he was saying, it felt like he was talking to me. And towards the end, I just remember him talking about, just asking, if we were to die, where would we go? Well, where would we go? And I just listened to that, and I was like, wow, if I died right now, I don't know if I'd go to heaven. I don't know. And at that moment, I just felt this weird wave of chills in my body. And I just started to think like, wow, like maybe this is true. Maybe there is God. Maybe I need whoever this guy is, whoever God is, or whoever Jesus is. Maybe I need it, because for some reason I'm just feeling like I'm about to break down, crying literally. And at the very end, I just didn't know what to think, but I just wanted to go in front of my uncle, and I told him, I was like, hey, thank you for that message. And right there after I said that, I went from straight smiling to just a frown face, just started bawling out, crying. And right there I told him, I need Jesus, I need Jesus, I need Jesus. I was just crying, hugging him. I told him I need to be saved. And in that day, in October 30th, 2016, I actually got saved and asked Jesus to be my Lord and Savior. The emotions were high. Everything was so much fun. I thought everything was going to go okay. I thought life was going to change. Life was going to get better. And life did change. It's just, it didn't change the way I really expected it to change. You see, what I learned throughout my time being Christian is that when you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, your journey is meant to get harder. Because now that you've accepted Jesus, Satan knows that, and now he knows that you're a threat. So I went back to New Jersey, and I was on that spiritual high, just asked Jesus to be my Savior, and I was so happy, so excited, and then I realized that eventually that died down and that went away. I started to see myself hanging out with the same people and just doing the same thing over and over. And don't get me wrong, these people today are awesome. They were a part of my life where, yes, it was bad what I was doing, but you know, it was cool. I don't forget the friendships that I built as well in that moment. I went right back to what I was doing. So fast forward time, and around August of 2017, my mom and dad came up to me in my room and said, hey, there's a retreat for the youth at church that your cousin is running. I think it's a really good opportunity for you to go. I really, to be honest, did not want to go at all. I refused to go. I told my mom, I don't want to go over there. I don't want to be with anyone. I just want to stay what I'm doing. I got soccer practice. I got homework. I got to do a bunch of stuff. Mom, I don't want to go. I don't know anybody there, and I know that my family is usually busy. So I just thought that I was going to be alone the whole time, and I just yelled at my mom back and forth. But eventually my mom was like, no, Paul, you are going to this retreat, and that's final. And it was crazy because I was so mad at my mom. I was throwing things. I was so mad. But little did I know that my mom is the reason that I am here today, giving my testimony of my whole entire journey and just really following God. And if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today. So I go to North Carolina, and I go to this retreat called Insane. And it's a youth retreat that the church, iChurch, runs for the youth, where it's 4 nations come together and they battle throughout the week while hearing devotionals and just having a good time. In this time, I was still mad, I was still angry, I didn't have any friends, I wasn't talking to anyone. But I remember there was one day I was listening to a message from Pastor Osway talking about a foundation and how important a foundation in your walk with God is. And right there, I just remember going down to my knees and just praying and asking God to help me with that foundation, help me grow with you. And luckily, my life had changed so much after that. I was fortunate enough to move out from New Jersey and to move to North Carolina, where I've been serving in church, I've been a leader, and I actually met my fiance, which you'll see in this YouTube channel as well. And it's just been so good. But things can change so much when you forget about watching out for your back in your spiritual walk, because when you let your guard down, things come and get you. And around 2018, around August, I had messed up and I did something bad. In between August and December, I was just in a really big hole with someone else that I don't want to mention, and my life had hit rock bottom. I lost my ministry, I lost a lot of my friends, I lost respect for my family and for other leaders and mentors. And I just found myself in such a bad spot that I knew that I put myself into. See, even if you're doing so good in your walk with God, and you for a little while you let your guard down, it's gonna hurt you in the long run. You see, I thought I was doing so good that I felt like I was literally invincible, but I wasn't. I put my guard down, and eventually Satan was able to use that. And through my time, there was people that helped me get back, and when it was my fiance and other leaders and some family that helped me get back to where I needed. You see, it was such a tough moment, regaining people's respect, regaining the friends that I had, regaining the time that I lost. To me, I was in love with ministry, and it literally felt like the biggest breakup of my life, and there was nothing I can do about it because I'm the one that did it to myself. But even in your mess ups, God is such a good God that even through my mess ups, He was able to help me out, fix me up again, help me build my relationship with my fiance, help me rekindle that relationship with my family and with my leaders. And now I have such a good foundation, way better than I even ever thought I would ever have. As of today, I'm doing really well, working. I'm doing this, which I've always had a heart to do, YouTube videos and just having fun with it, making videos making content for people for YouTube. And my family and I are good. My fiance and I are good at hopefully get married this year. Hopefully everything goes well and smooth. And at the end of the day, well, my message is to you guys is that with God, anything is possible. Because if He can do it with me, if He can take me out of a humongous rut and transform my life into a guy who was messing up with people and smoking and doing drugs, to me being able to be a leader in church and be able to teach again, even if I've messed up during the journey, still get me back to where I needed to be and make me even stronger. He can definitely do it with you. And that's it. That's just my testimony, a little bit about me as you get to know me and this YouTube channel. As you guys grow with me, we can grow together in this YouTube channel, and I believe that it's going to be awesome. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm still a little bit not used to getting into this all camera lights thing and this YouTube channel, but it's been a passion of mine, and I'm gonna keep going and keep grinding out and keep making these videos. I want to mention that as of today, this YouTube channel will be solely my channel, as Ty and I just recently did a video of us reviewing a movie, I Still Believe. We're still going to be doing movie reviews normally. We're just going to have our own channel for that, and this will solely be my channel, just about me, my fiance, vlogs on my life, and questionnaires, Q&As will be all that. I'm going to put a link once it's all set up of Ty's channel. He's going to have his own channel where he's going to do a lot of stuff with movies and music, and then we're going to have our channel where we'll keep going with our movie reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good day, guys.